Hello, my name is David Bailey and I'm one of the instructors here on the Nato social media course. I really do look forward to meeting you online in the not too distant future. Okay, so on to signing up for Instagram and taking your first picture. Instagram is as popular, if not more, for some people now than Facebook, because you can take not only great images, but you can also take short 15-second videos. And the other great thing about Instagram is that you can not only share it with your friends on Instagram, you can also cross-post it to Twitter and to Facebook. And recently there's been something introduced where you can actually send images just to one single person on your Instagram follower list, and that is really good for me because that's how I send all my images to my mother, because she doesn't like to have a lot of stuff public. Okay, so this short video then, how to sign up for an Instagram account. You go to Instagram using the app, whether it's on Android or on Windows Phone or on the iOS, and this is the first screen that you're going to see, and it asks you for your email address. And we've put in there interactivesocialmediacourse@gmail.com, and then it will self-generate what they think would be a good username for you. Of course, you can change this, and then simply create a password. Remember, passwords, if you can use uppercase letters, lowercase, and a mixture of numerals and speech marks, that makes it a little bit more safer than normal. So there we go, we've got our email address in, we have our username, and we've decided to go with Interactive SM Course. We could also make that as separate words, up to the limit of the characters that you're allowed, and we've blocked out the password for you. So then click the blue button at the bottom right of the screen, done, and it comes up and it prompts you to confirm your email address. This is very important because once you've messed this up, if you're going to start to try and amend things, you won't be able to. You'll have to go back and start again. So when you click yes, here you come up to the first page, real page if you like, of Instagram. And you can you're asked for your full name and your phone number, but as it does say, it's optional, and I'm not putting anything in there. So once that's done, you have the chance to find out who on Facebook, what your friends are there, if they're on Instagram, so it starts to build you a following straight away. If not, by pressing on the or clicking on the find contacts to follow, you'll be able to find out who from your Gmail address book or whatever is following Instagram. So we do that. Obviously for this lesson we haven't followed anybody, so we'll skip and then come on to the next page of the Instagram sign up. And now it says you still have the second option to find people to follow. We'll look at the small icons on the bottom of the screen. On the left, the sign of the house, well, that's your home. The sort of star will be, and we'll click on that shortly, how you can explore Instagram to find people by hashtag or by name. The large blue icon in the middle, which is like a camera, is how you actually take the content or create the content using Instagram. The heart is for how you can monitor who's following you and what content they're creating. And the little notebook on the right is basically the settings, so where you can edit your profile and sort your settings out. So here's our first screen. We're about to take an image. You can reverse the camera. So if you come up here, you can have the front or the rear camera. This icon here puts grids, so if you want to make sure that your image is perfectly positioned in the center, you can do that. This will give you a view of the recent image that you've taken, and when you click on this camera here, it will take you from static to video. So let's do static only today by pressing on the blue button, and obviously focusing on an image, and let's press on the blue button. Well, we've taken an image of the garage outside the office where we're sat in at the moment, and you can see that there's an arrow to go back if I want. If I'm happy with everything I see, I can press next. But here I have the ability to move the image from side to side. I can put a border around it, I can put drop focus on it, or I can enhance it using this star here. And there are a whole range of filters that you can use, and that's what I like about Instagram. All this comes for free. So let's click, just for the example, on the enhancement, and I can now, by moving the sliding bar up and down, change my image to be either brighter or darker or whatever I've done. Click done, and there's my image. As you can see, the image is now reflected here. So that's all ready for posting now. The next screen, as I told you before, at the top, this will go to your followers. If you were to click on direct, it will just go to somebody in your address book who you want to send the image to. But this is where we write our caption. And one of the nice things about Instagram is you're not restricted by 140 or 160 characters. So actually, you could write a little blog post if you want. And it's really, really cool as well for putting hashtags in. When you've got your following, and we're not dealing with that today, but when you've got followers, you can tag people that you know in your image. You can add your photo to a photo map, which can be displayed to show where your photos have been taken around the world. By clicking on here and you're geotagging your phone will come up with the exact location that you're at. And if it's for your home, for example, you can actually create that. And as you can see, you can share between Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Flickr. Once all that image is done, you're ready for sharing. So let's go across. I've just put a great morning in Bosnia, and I've used the hashtag Bosnia as well. We're not going to tag it. We're all ready to go, and we press the share, and away the image is gone. And you will know that because it will come up, and that shows me that my image was sent 4 seconds ago. As I said, we looked at these icons at the bottom. If we press on this star, it will bring us across to explore, and we can explore Instagram. I'll edit that out. We can explore Instagram for people that we know, either by their username or normal name, and by hashtags as well. So if you're looking at particular topics, you can do that as well. When we press on this heart icon, this will give you the recent activity both on your posts through here and from those that you're following and people who are following you. So at the moment, I have got one image. I haven't filled out my profile yet. I've just got one post, no followers, nobody following you. So let's now press on this icon here to bring us across to our options. And we have options to find people to follow, posts that you've liked, because you can do that. You're able to report a problem, get in touch with the Instagram Help Center for any sort of frequently asked questions. They have their own blog. They have about their privacy policy and their terms of service. And if you are to scroll down, you'll actually find that you can set up push notifications, so it comes up on the front page or the home screen of your device. And if you want to save the original photographs or not. And if you want the ringer to ring or whatever. And you can also clear your search history and the ability to log out if you're going to be sharing your phone or other smart device. We can come across and you'll see that there's a box that says edit profile when you've been going through your settings pages. And this is quite interesting because Instagram is best used, I suppose, has most effect, first of all, when you give a really good photograph of yourself, an image of yourself, to make yourself feel like, for other people to know that you're an individual and not something that's just faceless. Unfortunately, although they're working on it, Instagram still has a lot of spammers hanging around and people that just cling on to you, but you're able to clear them out the same as any other social media account. Here's our name. We put our website in there. I think that's always worth doing. And a reasonably sized biography of yourself, so when people come to find like-minded people, that they'll know that you're there. And of course, you can change your password, and there's where your private information is. You can also give your gender if you want. I never do that. You can use your Instagram in private mode. So not all your images have to be open to the public. And a good example of this is my 84-year young grandmother, dear. My 84-year young mother who posts images. All her images are private. So if you want to follow my mother, you have to ask her permission to access her account, and she will either say yes or no. David's top trick here is don't ask her, she's going to say no. And at the end, there we are. We haven't got any followers yet, but you will be getting yours and people following. So that is a very, very simple introduction to Instagram.